What's up, guys? I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a mod that I just did. It's a DIY mod. I'll go ahead and show you guys a full tutorial at the end of the video. But I was actually inspired by Meso Customs. They released a rear hatch light mod that allows you to turn both white and red light. This is really helpful, especially if you're camping and you're in the areas where there's a bunch of bugs. They are really attracted to white light, but if you turn on the red light, then they are less attracted to that light, so that it's more comfortable in your campsite. So I was actually, again, inspired by Meso Customs. They have a really nice kit. It's not to say that I'm not going to eventually get that kit, but it is about $30 per light, so about $60 per set, not including shipping. But currently it's on back order, so I went ahead and just thought I could do it yourself. Cost me about $5 to buy the film, and I'll go ahead and show you guys how it looks. So I actually have last fit bulbs, so they were super bright. I knew that they weren't amber to begin with, so it was going to work, and my red light was actually going to be pretty bright. So this is how the red light works. As you guys can see, it's a lot more dim, and it's gonna be a lot better for bugs as far as keeping them away. So let me go ahead and show you guys up close how it looks. All right. So that's the hatch. That's the other side. Yeah, pretty simple. It works for what it does. It's not permanent, and yeah, if the other ones from Meso do come back online, I might just pick up a pair. But anyways, I'll show you how I did this one. Let's go ahead and watch the tutorial.
Alright guys, so the first thing that you want to do is grab a pry tool and go ahead and lift up your hatch to remove the rear tail light. It's a bit hard, but you want to make sure that you're prying within the clips, and you should be able to just pop the clip off carefully, and you're able to kind of then remove the hitch light. So I'm just testing to show you guys how bright the last fit bulbs are, and I'm just going to go ahead and remove this from the housing so that we can start working on the film. Alright guys, so the next thing that you want to do is take the same pry panel tool, and you're going to go ahead and pop off the clips on the side. While you're popping one side off at a time, just make sure you put some resistance on there so it doesn't keep popping back and forth in place. Carefully open it up afterwards, and there you have the cover and the housing split up. Now the next thing that I want to do is I'm just going to take some alcohol wipes. I want to clean this thoroughly. A main thing I want to do is to make sure that I clean the inside very well so that the film actually sticks. I'll show you guys in a bit. The actual cover itself is very hard to adhere to because it has kind of a diamond cut finish in the front, which film does not stick very well on. So I'm going to have to depend on the back being very nice and clean and flat so that the film will stick in place. And I think it should work, and it's not in an area where there's a lot of mobility, so I don't think that the film is going to come off. So let's take a look at this. Again, you guys can see I'm scratching it. It is not completely flat, and that is where it's going to be difficult to adhere to. But again, the film is going to wrap from the other side, and it should be fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the film that I purchased off of eBay. This was about a $5 sheet. It comes with a knife. It comes with a squeegee. So everything you pretty much need in order to actually use any of the film. I've used film before. This one seems pretty normal to me, except that it's red. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut off a piece. Not too big, but just enough so that it wraps around the lighting, and I'm able to tuck the film underneath and hold it in place once I pop the actual light cover back into the hitch or the hatch panel. So let's go ahead and take a look at the piece that I just created. Go ahead and remove that piece of tape. And then now I'm going to go ahead and cut it into place so that it wraps nicely around the light. I can go ahead and remove this clear film. You really don't need it. Usually that's a protective coating so that when you squeegee the the film on, you're able to kind of press the bubbles off. But in this case, I really don't need to squeegee much because it's just gonna literally sit right on top of the light cover. So here you go. I'm gonna attempt to flatten it out. It's not sticking very well to that surface, but the side is going to stick perfectly fine. There is adhesive to it, and as you guys can see, it is starting to stick. It looks like it will hold up over time, but again, only time will tell. So let's go ahead and clean up the edges, cut off the excess film. Now I was trying to figure out how to do the sides. I wanted to make sure it's wrapped up clean. I didn't really want any white light to shine between, but I didn't know how to really clean it up nicely. So I just went ahead and rounded off the edges so that I can kind of wrap it in. Just trying to do my best to make both sides even and also make sure that I cut enough so that the clips are still present so that it actually will clip back into the hatch housing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean everything up, make sure everything is nice and tidy and even, and then I should be able to just fold the flaps back in and it should hold nice and secure. Voila, everything looks nice and tight and even. The only thing I need to cut out now is going to be the switch. So I'm just trying to figure out how to properly cut that, because again, I don't want to expose any of the clear lens. I don't want a really bright white light to shine between the red film. So I'm just going to go ahead and carefully cut out the switch. So once the film has a slice in it, I can go ahead and pull each corner back, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on the flat side so it will adhere. And there you go. This is my attempt at making a red housing light for the hatch, my version of the Meso Custom. So let's see if this works and how long it holds up. I hope you guys found some tips and hope that this works out for you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one, guys.
Go ahead and clip it back in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and slide it in. Sideways. Pop it in.
There you go.